Mr. Potato Head was invented 75 years ago. He's 75 years old. Now, he wasn't distributed by Hasbro until 1952. That's why a couple years ago I did a video on his 70th birthday, but he actually did, I don't know what his exact birth date is, but he turns 75 in 2024. So maybe this is why we have a brand new look for Mr. Potato Head. Now the box is so much smaller than the normal box. In fact, the last new Mr. Potato Head I opened was this one. So this is the newest version in store. I actually also, because I like the packaging so much, had to get one. So I have a sealed box one here. But I think this is exactly the same one that I opened. And yeah, this is him outside of the package. Recently, at an off-price store, I found this one, and I'm thinking that maybe this is going to be the same size, because look, Mr. Potato Head's head can't fit into this box, so they must have made him smaller. Now there's also a new Mrs. Potato Head, and as you can see here, the feet are placed in separately. She comes with a skirt. I actually have her ordered from Amazon. We will be getting to Mrs. Potato Head. I was kind of going to wait for her to do this review and comparison, but I decided to go ahead with just Mr. Potato Head because he's special. He was around first. Mrs. Potato Head is much younger than Mr. Potato Head. Well, you know, they're both pretty old. They're both in their 70s. Not that 70 is old. 70's the new 40. So I'm thinking that this body is going to be the same as this tiny body. Now this one only cost me $4 in Canada. It was at an off-price store, like a TJX company store. This one was $13. These are Canadian prices because that's where I picked them up at. But we will be getting to Mrs. Potato Head in her facelift weight loss. I'm assuming that she's lost some weight, but let's check it out. Let's open these up and see and compare and see what's going on. Is there any other facts? Oh yeah, something that is interesting, because I have this reproduction. So this is pretty close to what the original Mr. Potato Head looked like. I guess this is more like the 1962 version, but in 1975, like I have these facts on the tin that he came in. But I think that it says in 1975 his head got larger. So what is happening? This is a bad example though, because I think that the head in this reproduction is a lot bigger than the one that they put out with it originally. So this head matches the size of the Mr. Potato Head that we've been getting. But in 1975 they enlarged his head, Mr. Potato Head's head. So I'm wondering if now that we're shrinking Mr. Potato Head's head, that it's going back to the size that it used to be. We're going to have to find that out. Let's open, I don't know, I guess since this is the newest, latest Mr. Potato Head, we'll open up this one, and then we'll check out this one. What's the date on this one? This one says, I don't know. It is in the new packaging. I don't understand where this came from. Here in Canada, we don't get all of the things. It does say 2022 on this one. And this one says the manufacturing date on this one better say 2024, but sometimes it takes a while for the toys to get on the shelves. I don't know where I saw the date on this one. It's written in there somewhere. I've got the bright lights in my face. I can't see it. I don't know. It's new. It has to be new. And let's open it up. My guess. Yes, I know it's new. It hasn't been out yet. It's new to Amazon. It's new to Walmart. So let's see here. What do we get inside? We get the potato head. It's definitely smaller than this potato head. Actually, we did a comparison with other heads that was smaller. Look also, look at this whole back part that is missing. We've got a total redesign. I guess that also, maybe it's not as small as I think it is, that gives it more space to fit into the box. By taking off his bum, then you get more room. So then you have to put the door on. So it's a space-saving feature. And then we shave that much off. But I guess we're going to have to do a whole size comparison video. It's not that much smaller. So I guess this one is going to be smaller. I don't know. I don't know. All right, what do we get in here? What does the new Mr. Potato Head accessories come with? So there's lots of changes. So I will compare them to him. Here we have a printed on mouth. Here we have a mouth that is painted, and it has more sculpted details on it. Let's see how well the thing's going. Okay, I'm not forcing. It's easier to put these in this time. All right, we have the ears. The ears also have more sculpting, molding to them. There's more detail in them. Let's put those in the top bracket. All right, here's something that I can agree with. I always get confused by the extra. It was nice that they gave us an extra space so we could put the arms up higher or lower, but I always want to fill in all the holes. So it's nice that they give us these extra holes to put them in, but then I don't know, I feel like there's something should be going into that hole. So I do like the fact that, well, maybe not this one unless we put a tail on them, but all of the holes get plugged. Now here is a, oh wait, we're not ready for that. This is a pretty sweet bonus though. I think that this probably happened with the original Mr. Potato Head, where you could plug the body parts right into a potato. Also, let me know if you want to see a video where I plug these things into a real potato. I kind of like potatoes too much to waste them, but you can see here, you can give him 1 foot, or you can put a foot on his nose, stuff like that. Put a foot on his head, a shoe on his head. So I do love that new feature. But so because we have separate pants, and then that means that you can also put arms as feet if you want to. But if you've seen some of my Mr. Potato Head videos before, I kind of like to put the things where you put them. So here we go. We have these feet, the shoes. I'm loving the moldings on these things. I'm pretty happy with this Mr. Potato Head makeover, and I am quite surprised that he hasn't lost that much weight. He's slimmed down just a little bit. Okay, now we have the bowler cap, and I was Googling when did the bowler hat first show up, because it was Mr. Peanut that had a bowler hat, not Mr. Potato Head. But when I was Googling, I was looking at the first releases of Mr. Potato Head. He actually did have a bowler hat. It's just that he hasn't had a hat like this since the 1950s, when they gave him this hat. I guess when this hat was in fashion, but they were giving him a little baseball cap, which I don't have a 1980s one here today. What? I can't run to the other room. I knew I was forgetting something. I should have had the most quintessential Mr. Potato Head with the baseball cap on. We'll have to do that in another video when I do compare all of the different sizes. But we have a separate mustache this time. We like that. Do we have 2 holes? Sometimes they give us 2 holes in the mustache. No, but this time we have a sliding, so you can put it up or down. Sometimes you can use it as eyebrows. Oh, I almost forgot thought we didn't get any glasses. Those are his glasses. Oh. I guess today we are just comparing. And then you put that there, and then his arms are a bit smaller, and there's not as much molding detail on the new arm. This is incredible that, and then he's got a holding hand, which is something that we haven't had before. At least, not that I can remember. So, well, actually, this looks kind of like a holding hand, too. I guess they had to make that for all of the other Hasbro entities, the superhero versions of them and stuff that they did. And then he has his eyes. And the funny thing is, he does not come with glasses or... He doesn't come with glasses, or even though they show glasses right there, it says Make, Mix, Laugh Creations. Yeah, these are all of the pieces. I've showed you all of the pieces. This is how he looks. I am really surprised that he isn't smaller than I thought he was. But that's really cool. Okay, so the bonuses here are that he has feet, two-pieced removable feet. He's missing glasses, but I guess we can get them in other sets. Can he wear these glasses? I've also noticed that, yeah, he can wear the old glasses. They fit on him very nicely. Something that I also noticed in recent years, or I don't know, maybe of all time, Mr. Potato Head's ears and arms, and they've really improved these joints. It's not as hard to get the plugs in as it has been over the past few years. These are made of a nice, softer rubber plastic, but not too rubbery, so these are definitely going in easier, even though it's still quite difficult. But yeah, and they're fitting in tight, but not too tight. I am liking this new door feature where you have the bigger door. Oh, and this is something I always had to use one of the pieces, and I would stick it in the hole to use it to prop open the door. But they have included now a little finger hole here, which makes the door open even better. So they've made all of these great improvements. I like the way the joints are. The joints are a perfect tightness, I would say. They're not too tight and they're not too loose. Even some children would be able to do it. I think that the ears are the same. Sometimes I never know if the ears have a left and a right. And I think that they made them the same mold, which is good because it gets confusing sometimes when, I guess it's okay, because sometimes you might want to have bigger lobes or bigger tops of the ears. Alright, that is really cool. So yes, he trimmed down just a little bit, but hey, we need a platform here. What did I do with my platform? Oh, here we go. These work really well as a platform. So yeah, he's trimmed down a bit, but he looks... I like the new one. I like the new one even better. Do I like him more than the 80s one? I don't know. I'm going to have to do another comparison video. His eyes are so shifted. That is really, really cool. So, new Mr. Potato Head versus new Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, you really can't tell the size. In fact, you can see that he's standing a bit taller. All of these things are a new mold. Even the bowler cap is a new mold, and it's bigger. All right, I am very surprised. Now, let's check out, what is this one? What is this Mr. Potato Head? And let's look for the date one more time on this box. It's gotta be on here somewhere. There's so much fine small print that I can't see it. Maybe it's written somewhere else. Maybe it's written somewhere. 2024. It does in fact say 2024 on this. And like I said before, this one says 2020. Well, I already said it. What did I say when I said it? It's on here somewhere. I read it on here. 2022. It's written on this card as well. And I also have a Mrs. Potato Head version of this one. So what is happening? What is going on here? I think I peeked inside here. I think I wanted to make sure all the parts were in there, and maybe I opened it up. As you can see, this one opens up the same way that this one opens up, and the door isn't as big as this one. I am loving the new door. It is so good. This is the best Mr. Potato Head. I think that I'm gonna have to do another video where we try on old parts, put them on the new Mr. Potato Head, and see if that works. But let's check out this mini Mr. Potato Head, which is what is going on. What, who, where? It's just called Potato Head, and it says Mr. Potato Head Spud. So that's what they're calling this. So maybe this is supposed to be Spud. I think I watched a Mr. Potato Head video, and it said something about that being the name of his kid. So maybe this is just little mini Potato Head kid. You can see that he has pants just like this guy from 2021, back when he turned 70 years old. So I think we'll probably compare these two, since this one came out first, and then this guy comes out. And let's see if his nose is smaller. They look like they have the same size nose. So this guy does have a smaller nose than this one. So newest Mr. Potato Head has a smaller nose than the new Mr. Potato Head. And then Spud has the same size nose as this guy. And then his ears are the same. They're smaller. They're slightly smaller. They're slightly smaller. Look, he has the 3 holes. They gave him all of these holes. Oh yeah, those ears look big on him. Even though I'm pretty sure they're smaller. Do they look smaller to you? They're slightly smaller. I think this one, I think there is a left and a right. Oh yeah. See, these are too tight. I think it goes this way. Oh. This door's falling off a lot. I don't think this door falls off as easily, which is another added bonus. It seems to be staying on much better than the other doors. Maybe his pants don't stay on so easily. Alright, so let's do that. And then what else did we get with this set? We got 2 arms, which the arms are bigger than the new ones. And look, there's the glove detail on this one. The new one doesn't have the glove detail, and I think I like that better. I think the glove detail is a little too old-fashioned-y. I think it's probably going to look better if we put it on the bottom ring, and then we might have to, like if we put it on this ring, the ear's going to get in the way, which still, I keep pressing on the back of the thing and smashing the door open, but you just have to stick it into the notches. It's supposed to be a giveaway door. That's how it's supposed to work. Okay, let me get that back in. Okay, come on. There we go. All right. Arms. Yes, I am definitely noticing how the joints. Yeah, see, this holding hand doesn't really look like you can put something in it. So I think they really thought of everything with the new design. This one really looks like it's designed to hold something. Like, in fact, something that can be plugged into the body. Notice that? Yeah, it seems like they did a good assessment. This is kind of like the job that I thought they fixed all of the suggestions that I would have come to them in head. So I love that. All right, so let's see what's going on with Spud here. Do we have any changes? Let's see. No. He's got his his eyes, which are smaller, little googly eyes. And I never know which way to put them. Do they go this way with the highlights at the bottom, top, or the highlights at the bottom? What do they do on the box? They put the highlights at the top. It seems they put the highlights at the top on all of them. Wait to see if the slanted eyes, yeah. Little cuts, little pie cuts in his eyes, and then these older versions you can see that they had the dots. And apparently I have his eyes on backwards because I think they like to put the highlights up above. Let me see, where's my box for this? Oh yeah, see? They always put the little dots at the top. At least that's how they show them. But the good thing about Mr. Potato Head is you can do whatever you want. However, I don't tend to do that. Alright, let's see what the mouth looks like on this little Spud. What do you think of his hat? It's very, he's like very 1980s musician. I like that. Kind of like a little jazz fedora. That's what you call that hat. And then he has the mouth, which we've seen. It's very similar to this mouth, except it's smaller. Wait, does he have a mustache? No, he doesn't have a mustache. Because do you know what? I think he's supposed to be Spud. I think he's supposed to be a little boy. So that is kind of cute. All right. Yeah, I really like the fedora. It's super adorable. And yeah, he doesn't need glasses yet. That's going to come later. This is quite cool. Now we're going to need a Spud, though, for this guy. Look, there's 3 different sizes. They gave him lighter shoes. Oh, and then check out how the designs have improved. Okay, so I am, I guess, a condoner of modern design. Like, I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I like antiques and stuff. But when we're talking about toys here, see this guy? He not so cute. Not the cute. Look at my antique-y things. But this Mr. Potato Head, I like the potato itself. The potato's really cool with all the texture on it. But yeah, not as cute. This guy really is. Spud really is the cutest, I'd have to say, out of this. But I do like this new, sleek design. Mr. Potato Head is looking good and fit, and he's got his, I guess these are really good tennis shoes that are giving him lots of exercise. I like the new sculpts in the mouth and in the ears. That's really good. I like that we've gotten rid of the gloves. I mean, the hat, the bowler hat, kind of a dated hat for sure. How does he look? But I guess he's bald underneath. I will be interested to see the other ones. So Mrs. Potato Head is coming. We're going to be reviewing her and looking at her makeover. She's going to have a facelift and that's what I'm probably going to call the name of that video. Mrs. Potato Head trims down and gets a facelift, because that's what happens. So we'll be looking into that video soon. And also there's a new family. So I'm thinking that the new family are going to get these new improved bodies, and we will compare the first family box that they did, which is interchangeable, where you could have 2 mommies or 2 daddies, or a mommy and a daddy, or daddies with long hair. It was a really good set where you can mix and match what mommy and daddy, or daddy and daddy, or mommy and mommy looked like, and kind of cool that they did that. Very progressive. And there's a new Spud, a new baby, and the baby looks a little more grown up in the new set. Anyway, that's coming, and Mrs. Potato Head's coming, and then we have to compare all of the different sized potatoes that we've gotten throughout the years. That video will have to come. You can let me know down below what Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head videos you'd be most interested in seeing. I recommend the new Mr. Potato Head. Go out and get the new Mr. Potato Head. $13 in Canada. I'm sure it's much cheaper in the United States. Love you. We'll see you next time.